The power of daily learning. Education is far more than attending schools, earning degrees, or memorizing facts. True education is a lifelong journey, a continuous process of growth that shapes not only your mind but also your character, your spirit, and your purpose in life. To educate yourself daily is to honor the gift of consciousness that God has given you. It is to acknowledge that every day presents a new opportunity to expand your awareness, develop your skills, and align yourself with your highest potential. Daily learning is the foundation of empowerment. Knowledge opens doors that were previously invisible. It equips you with the tools to make better decisions, to solve problems with clarity, and to navigate life with confidence. God has placed infinite wisdom in the universe, and the act of educating yourself is a way to access that divine intelligence. When you commit to learning something new every day, whether through reading, reflection, observing life, or seeking mentorship, you strengthen the connection between your mind and your purpose. Education also transforms your mindset. It teaches patience, perseverance, and resilience. Life constantly presents challenges, obstacles, and moments of uncertainty. Without knowledge, these moments can feel overwhelming, but with consistent learning, your perspective changes. You begin to see opportunities in challenges, lessons in failures, and growth in every experience. Each day of learning builds your capacity to think critically, to approach situations strategically, and to respond wisely rather than react impulsively. Moreover, daily education elevates your spiritual awareness. God uses learning as a tool to refine your soul. When you absorb new ideas, explore different philosophies, or seek wisdom from diverse experiences, you expand your consciousness and understanding of the world. This growth is not merely intellectual. It nurtures your soul, deepens your empathy, and enhances your ability to connect with others meaningfully. It allows you to see life not just as a series of events, but as a purposeful journey where every lesson contributes to your evolution. Consistency is key. One day of learning is valuable, but the true power of education emerges through daily practice. Even small, intentional steps compound over time, creating momentum that propels you forward. Reading a few pages, reflecting on an idea, or observing the lessons in your day may seem minor in isolation, but when done consistently, it transforms your life. God honors consistent effort because it demonstrates commitment, discipline, and the desire to grow into the person you are meant to become. Finally, daily education fosters independence. When you seek knowledge for yourself, you no longer rely solely on others for guidance, validation, or instruction. You develop the ability to think critically, make informed choices, and create a life that reflects your values and vision. This independence is a form of empowerment, a manifestation of God's intention for you to live intentionally, wisely, and purposefully. In essence, the power of daily learning lies in its ability to transform your mind, spirit, and life. It is a sacred practice, a commitment to growth, and a path to fulfillment. By educating yourself every day, you honor your potential, align with your divine purpose, and equip yourself to face the world with wisdom, courage, and clarity. Spiritual and intellectual growth. Education is not just about acquiring information. It is about cultivating wisdom, understanding, and awareness that elevate both your mind and your spirit. True learning combines intellectual growth with spiritual insight. When you commit to educating yourself daily, you are not only gaining knowledge, you are aligning yourself with a higher purpose, expanding your consciousness, and strengthening your connection to God's divine plan for your life. Spiritual growth and intellectual growth are intertwined. When you read, observe, or reflect, you are feeding your mind. But when you internalize lessons and apply them to your life, you are nurturing your soul. God uses experiences, challenges, and teachings to guide you toward understanding yourself, others, and the world more deeply. Each lesson, whether from a book, a mentor, or life itself, is a building block for your spiritual evolution. This is why daily education is essential. It ensures that growth is consistent, cumulative, and transformative. Reflecting on what you learn is as important as acquiring it. Intellectual knowledge without reflection can be superficial, But when you pause to understand how lessons relate to your life and purpose, it becomes wisdom. Daily education encourages you to ask questions. How can I apply this? How does this shape my character? How does it bring me closer to fulfilling my God-given potential? These questions create a deeper awareness that elevates your thinking and aligns your actions with your spiritual goals. Education also equips you to break free from ignorance, fear, and limiting beliefs. Many people live trapped in cycles of misunderstanding, prejudice, or doubt because they never commit to learning consistently. Daily education challenges these limitations. It opens your mind to new ideas, perspectives, and opportunities. It allows you to see the world more clearly, make better decisions, and act with intentionality. God has designed you to grow continually, and learning is a way to honor that design. Moreover, spiritual and intellectual growth build resilience. Life will always present challenges, unexpected obstacles, difficult relationships, or personal setbacks. Educating yourself daily strengthens your ability to navigate these challenges with wisdom, patience, and clarity. It empowers you to remain grounded, maintain faith, and make choices that align with your long-term goals, rather than reacting impulsively to immediate circumstances. Finally, daily education fosters discernment. When you grow intellectually and spiritually, you develop the ability to distinguish between what serves your purpose and what distracts from it. You learn to recognize energy, motives, and patterns in the world around you, allowing you to make informed decisions about your life, relationships, and opportunities. This discernment is essential for anyone striving to live a purposeful and meaningful life. In essence, educating yourself daily is a spiritual practice. It nourishes your mind, strengthens your soul, and aligns your life with divine purpose. Through consistent learning, reflection, and application, you rise above ignorance, cultivate wisdom, and become the person God intended you to be: intelligent, aware, and spiritually empowered. Breaking mental limitations. One of the most powerful benefits of daily education is its ability to break mental limitations. Many people unknowingly confine themselves within self-imposed boundaries. They tell themselves, "I'm not smart enough, I can't do this," or "I'm too late to learn." These beliefs are nothing more than mental chains that hold you back from reaching your full potential. By committing to educate yourself every day, you gradually dismantle these limiting thoughts and expand your mind to see possibilities that were once invisible. God created your mind with immense potential, but potential alone is not enough. It must be developed. Knowledge is the key that unlocks the doors of your capabilities. Every concept you learn, every idea you explore, and every lesson you reflect on strengthens your mental capacity and increases your confidence. Daily education reinforces the understanding that you are capable of growth, transformation, and mastery, regardless of your past experiences or current circumstances. Breaking mental limitations is also about challenging your comfort zone. Growth rarely happens when you remain stagnant. Learning something new every day pushes you beyond familiar patterns, encourages critical thinking, and teaches adaptability. It allows you to explore unfamiliar subjects, acquire new skills, and approach life from fresh perspectives. This ongoing expansion of knowledge creates a mindset that is open, curious, and resilient, an essential trait for anyone striving to live intentionally and purposefully. Daily education also reduces fear and doubt. When you understand more about the world, yourself, and the spiritual truths that guide your path, uncertainty begins to fade. Knowledge gives you confidence in your decisions and strengthens your faith in God's plan. The more you learn, the more equipped you are to navigate challenges. So, solve problems creatively and respond to life with clarity rather than confusion. Moreover, consistent learning fosters self-discipline and mental strength. It is not always easy to commit time each day to study, read, or reflect. However, by making it a habit, you teach your mind persistence, focus, and resilience. These qualities help you overcome procrastination, negative thinking, and limiting beliefs that could otherwise prevent you from achieving your goals. God rewards consistent effort, and every day you invest in education, you are moving closer to your highest self. Finally, breaking mental limitations is about realizing your inherent power. You are not defined by your circumstances, your past, or the opinions of others. Daily education reminds you that knowledge is a tool for liberation, creativity, and empowerment. By actively expanding your mind, you rise above mediocrity, break through barriers, and create a life that reflects your potential and purpose. In essence, educating yourself daily is a spiritual and mental exercise. It allows you to break free from limiting beliefs, gain clarity, and step into the power God intended for you. Each day of learning strengthens your mind, expands your vision, and moves you closer to becoming the person you were born to be: confident, capable, and limitless. Discipline and consistency. Discipline and consistency are the cornerstones of daily education. Knowledge alone is not enough if it is pursued sporadically or half-heartedly. The true power of learning comes from making it a daily habit, a deliberate, consistent practice that becomes an integral part of your life. God rewards those who are diligent and disciplined, and when you commit to educating yourself every day, you cultivate habits that strengthen your mind, refine your character, and align your life with purpose. Consistency transforms small efforts into monumental results. Reading a few pages each day, reflecting on your experiences, or exploring new ideas may seem insignificant in isolation, but over time, these small actions accumulate into a vast reservoir of knowledge and wisdom. This is the essence of daily education. Each day builds on the previous one, creating momentum that propels you toward growth, empowerment, and success. Discipline in learning also teaches patience and perseverance. Life will inevitably present distractions, challenges, and moments of fatigue. Without discipline, it is easy to abandon your pursuit of knowledge, to let excuses or temporary discomfort take control. But when you remain committed, you train your mind to focus, overcome resistance, and stay aligned with your goals. This same discipline spills over into every area of life: career, relationships, health, and spirituality, strengthening your ability to achieve long-term success. God uses discipline to shape character. Daily education is not merely an intellectual exercise, it is a spiritual practice. By dedicating time and effort to learning, you honor the gifts and potential God has placed within you. You demonstrate faith in yourself and in His plan, recognizing that growth is a journey, not an instant result. Discipline ensures that this journey is intentional, steady, and meaningful. Consistency also fosters resilience. Life is full of uncertainties and obstacles, but those who practice daily learning develop the mental and emotional strength to adapt and overcome. Each day of education is a step toward building a mind that is sharp, a spirit that is strong, and a soul that is aligned with its purpose. When challenges arise, a disciplined mind draws on accumulated knowledge and wisdom to make decisions with clarity and confidence. Finally, discipline and consistency amplify your influence. The more you educate yourself, the more you can inspire others, solve problems, and contribute meaningfully to the world. God calls you to be a source of light and wisdom, and your daily learning equips you to fulfill that role. By committing to growth every day, you not only transform your own life, but also create ripples of knowledge, inspiration, and empowerment that impact those around you. In essence, discipline and consistency are the engines of personal and spiritual growth. Daily education is a practice that develops focus, builds resilience, nurtures wisdom, and aligns your life with God's plan. Through steadfast commitment, you transform small daily actions into lasting success, becoming the person you were designed to be: intelligent, empowered, and spiritually awakened. Knowledge as a tool for empowerment. Knowledge is not merely information, it is a powerful tool for empowerment. Every lesson you learn, every skill you acquire, and every insight you gain equips you to live your life with clarity, confidence, and purpose. Daily education transforms you from someone who reacts to circumstances into someone who intentionally shapes their life. God designed your mind and spirit to grow, to seek wisdom, and to use knowledge as a means to fulfill your potential. By educating yourself every day, you take ownership of your power, and align with the life you were meant to lead. Education empowers decision-making. Life constantly presents choices, opportunities, and challenges. Without knowledge, these situations can feel overwhelming or confusing. But when you commit to daily learning, you expand your awareness and your capacity to make informed, wise decisions. Knowledge allows you to weigh options, anticipate consequences, and act with confidence rather than fear. This empowerment is both practical and spiritual. It helps you navigate the world while remaining aligned with God's plan for your life. Knowledge also strengthens resilience. Challenges, setbacks, and failures are part of every journey. But education equips you with strategies, insights, and perspectives to overcome them. Each day you learn something new. You are better prepared to face life's difficulties with composure and strength. This is not just intellectual growth. It is a spiritual fortification. God provides opportunities to grow through adversity, and knowledge helps you see these challenges as lessons rather than obstacles. Daily education also fosters independence. When you invest in learning consistently, you rely less on others for guidance, validation, or direction. You cultivate the ability to think critically, analyze situations, and take control of your life. This independence is a form of empowerment, demonstrating that your strength and wisdom come from within and are nurtured through consistent effort. By educating yourself, you honor the gifts God has given you and maximize the potential that lies within. Furthermore, knowledge inspires confidence. When you understand your field, your craft, or the spiritual truths that guide your life, you move forward boldly, unshaken by doubt or fear. Daily learning builds a foundation of competence and self-assurance that influences every aspect of your life: career, relationships, and personal growth. Confidence rooted in knowledge is not arrogance. It is a reflection of preparation, insight, and alignment with purpose. Finally, knowledge is a tool for influence and impact. The wisdom you gain through daily education does not benefit only yourself. It allows you to uplift, inspire, and guide others. God uses those who are prepared, knowledgeable, and wise to create positive change in their communities and beyond. By investing in daily learning, you are not just empowering yourself. You are equipping yourself to be a source of guidance, inspiration, and transformation for others. In essence, knowledge is power, and daily education is the practice that unlocks it. It empowers your mind, strengthens your spirit, and aligns your life with God's purpose. Every lesson learned, every idea explored, and every skill developed brings you closer to becoming the person you were designed to be: capable, wise, and spiritually empowered. Inspiring others through learning. Education is not just a personal journey. It is a ripple effect that can inspire and uplift everyone around you. When you commit to educating yourself daily, you become a living example of growth, discipline, and determination. Your actions speak louder than words. People notice those who are constantly improving, learning, and evolving, and this inspires them to reflect on their own habits, choices, and potential. God uses your growth to impact others, making daily education not only a tool for personal empowerment, but also a source of influence and inspiration. Learning daily teaches humility and empathy. As you acquire knowledge, you begin to understand the struggles, perspectives, and experiences of others more deeply. This awareness allows you to communicate more effectively, offer guidance, and support those who seek help. Your insights become a source of encouragement, reminding others that growth is possible and that consistent effort leads to transformation. By embodying the principles of daily learning, you demonstrate that success, wisdom, and spiritual strength are attainable through dedication and persistence. Daily education also cultivates leadership. Knowledge empowers you to guide, mentor, and inspire others. Leaders are not simply born, they are formed through experience, reflection, and continuous learning. By educating yourself every day, you accumulate wisdom and perspective that prepare you to lead with integrity, compassion, and clarity. People are drawn to those who exhibit growth, discipline, and understanding, and your example can motivate others to step into their own potential. God often uses the growth of one individual to create a chain reaction of positive change in the lives of many. Moreover, educating yourself daily allows you to contribute meaningfully to your community. Knowledge equips you to solve problems, share innovative ideas, and participate in conversations that drive progress. Whether it is through teaching, mentoring, or simply sharing insights in casual interactions, your consistent growth creates opportunities for others to learn and benefit. God's plan is amplified when knowledge is used not just for personal gain, but to elevate the collective consciousness and help others thrive. In addition, your commitment to learning sends a message of hope and possibility. In a world full of distractions, negativity, and challenges, your dedication to growth shows that perseverance and discipline can overcome obstacles. This inspiration encourages others to pursue education, self-improvement, and spiritual growth, creating a ripple effect that can transform families, communities, and even generations. Finally, inspiring others through learning reflects the true purpose of education: to elevate, empower, and enlighten. When you educate yourself daily, you not only transform your life, but also become a catalyst for change in the lives of others. God designed you to be a source of light and wisdom, and every lesson you learn can serve a higher purpose beyond yourself. Your growth becomes a testimony of what is possible when discipline, consistency, and faith guide your journey. In essence, daily education is both a personal responsibility and a spiritual mission. By committing to learn every day, you strengthen your mind, empower your spirit, and inspire others to rise above limitations, embrace growth, and fulfill their potential. Knowledge shared through example becomes a divine tool that can shape not only your destiny, but also the world around you. As we bring this message to a close, it is vital to understand that educating yourself daily is not just a habit. It is a lifestyle, a spiritual practice, and a path to empowerment. Life is a journey filled with challenges, distractions, and endless opportunities. God designed your mind and spirit to grow continuously, and daily education is the bridge between who you are today and the person you are destined to become. By committing to learn every day, you honor your potential, cultivate wisdom, and align your life with purpose. Daily education transforms your mind, heart, and soul. Knowledge equips you to make better decisions, overcome obstacles, and navigate life with clarity and confidence. It strengthens your resilience, enabling you to face challenges not with fear or doubt, but with insight, creativity, and determination. Each lesson learned, each skill mastered, and each idea explored compounds over time, building momentum that propels you toward personal and spiritual growth. God rewards diligence and consistency, and daily learning is the expression of faith in your ability to grow and fulfill your divine purpose. Beyond personal growth, daily education empowers you to influence and inspire others. Your commitment to learning becomes a model for those around you, demonstrating that growth is possible for anyone willing to invest time, effort, and discipline. Knowledge is not meant to be hoarded. It is meant to be shared, applied, and used to uplift others. Every insight you gain can ripple outward, touching the lives of your family, friends, community, and even future generations. By learning consistently, you not only transform your own life, but you also create opportunities for others to rise and thrive. Education also fosters independence and critical thinking. It allows you to rely on your own understanding, make informed choices, and live intentionally, rather than being swept along by the opinions, limitations, or expectations of others. This independence is a form of empowerment, enabling you to step into your potential with confidence and purpose. By educating yourself daily, you break free from ignorance, fear, and self-doubt, creating a life aligned with God's vision for you. Finally, daily education is a spiritual practice that deepens your connection to God and your divine purpose. Every lesson, every moment of reflection, and every new insight strengthens your awareness and aligns your life with the higher plan that has been designed for you. By dedicating time each day to learn, you cultivate discipline, patience, and wisdom, the qualities that allow you to thrive in every area of life. In essence, daily education is the key to unlocking your full potential. It transforms your mind, empowers your spirit, inspires others, and aligns your life with purpose. God has placed infinite wisdom in your path, and by committing to learn every day, you honor that divine gift. Embrace this journey, stay disciplined, and let the power of daily education guide you toward a life of abundance, clarity, and fulfillment.